And immediately to come, we go to the Trump headquarters, where our Louisa Moeller is live in Nashville with some people there who are very excited. Louisa.
That's right, Lisa David. First of all, the crowd is excited, and there is the waiting game here. When will President Trump come out and talk to us? We know that he will. His press secretary told me he would before we knew the election results. And among the crowd, lots of Trump surrogates and loyalists. They may not say it, but people who are potentially vying to be his vice presidential pick. I asked them, they're very focused on the general election now. They're not talking about South Carolina and moving on to the next primary. They're talking about the general. And I asked them, does President Trump have some electability issues with his court cases and with the fact that he would have to only be able to serve one term? I spoke with Marjorie Taylor Greene, Congresswoman, who has been a long time supporter of Donald Trump. Here was what she told me.
Well, I think there are no concerns with fake charges and fake indictments. The DOJ has been weaponized against President Trump. Actually, more importantly and more terrifying is it's been weaponized against the American people. And so no one cares about these indictments. What you're going to see happen is the biggest victory for President Trump. And, you know, this is a referendum on the Republican Party. I'm one of those Republicans. I attack my party just as much as I attack Democrats. The Republican Party has not been listening to their base. We are sick and tired of the neocons. We're done with the foreign wars. We care about our southern border. We care about protecting Americans. And we care about American taxpayer dollars being spent on our country and our problems, solving Americans' problems, not furthering the problems. So I'm excited. This is already what I already knew. I've been preaching it in Washington for 3 years now. And finally, I get to go back when we go back in session, and I'm going to give them all a big fat "I told you so."
Now, it's unclear whether Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene's thoughts are an indicator of how a general election audience would receive the former president. But what we do know from CBS research is that the two top issues the New Hampshire voters cared about were the economy and, of course, security on the border. So if that continues throughout this election cycle, that could help him in some way. Tonight, we'll have to hear what he says about going forward against Nikki Haley, as she says she'll stay in the race, and what election issues are dear to him. Live in Nashville, Louisa Moeller, WBZ News.
All right, Louisa, thank you.